Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. So today with the release of Wandavision and us watching both episodes that released on Friday, reviews out now, you can go and check that out on the channel by the way. We wanted to bring you a theory video as surprisingly the show's got us thinking about a lot of different things and mainly who's going to be the big villain of the show, which should be revealed, hopefully in a few episodes' time. A lot of theories have been going around about Mephisto. We mentioned Grim Reaper in our review video with who could possibly be there.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumours for what potential villains could show up in the show. And also these two episodes, even though on the surface it seems like there's not a whole lot there, if you look, if you think about it more and take a deep dive into it, it's actually a lot of hints as to who the main villain could be.
There's a lot of subtle things which have been put in on purpose to give us little clues. And our theory video on today is how Mephisto could show up, and the signs that have already been placed in the first two episodes to hint that to us. So
and hopefully
let's just get straight into it.
Hopefully, if Mephisto does show up, that could lead us to Ghost Rider as well, and we can get a whole other side of the MCU. But yeah, let's just.
Mephisto obviously is the devil of the Marvel universe, and the reason why I think a lot of people are thinking he's going to show up is because he's rumored to be a villain to Doctor Strange in his second movie, and also him and Wanda have a lot of runnings in the comics. There's a lot of storylines, and one that is relating very similar to the storyline of WandaVision. So we'll get into that now, I guess. So as we know, the main thing we need to focus on, because that's the main link to Mephisto in the show right now, is the neighbor of Wanda and Vision, which is Agnes,
yeah.
which is her name is shortened from the comics. Her name in the comics is, I think, it's Agatha Harkness.
Yeah,
and they've shortened it.
That was she's I think that's probably her real world counterpart. In Wanda's weird twisted world, that's probably just her name's Agnes. I don't know, she just called herself that. Because I don't know.
Yeah, and in the comics, she plays the servant to Mephisto, and she's mainly the one who does all the sort of
basically Mephisto's right hand woman, I guess.
Right hand person, just doing all his just the easier jobs, trying to manipulate people more, and this is how we sort of see her in the show. If you look deeper than just trying to be a friendly neighbor, so let's just get straight into the points that we both gathered here. So the first one I've got here is that Agnes's husband Ralph is mentioned quite a lot, and we never get to see Ralph, not yet at least anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And she's always hinting towards him, and she's always bad mouthing him as well.
Yeah.
So and he's been kept as a very mysterious character. So that could be, this Ralph person could be Mephisto.
Yeah, so her husband could be, because obviously husband implies that it's some sort of close connection between the two of them, so it could be that she's obviously in line with Mephisto. And then also one other thing that I thought as well was that on the trailer we have a scene, I think this was a scene where Agnes is talking to Vision, and then she's Vision's what's happening or whatever, that she says to him something you're already dead, or you're dead, or something like that. When she's sitting in that car, she starts laughing. Do you know which scene I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So maybe that's linking to Mephisto, showing that obviously Mephisto's found some way to bring Vision back, and maybe she's going to try and say to Vision, "You're already dead, but if you want to be alive, then trust me and trust Mephisto, and then we can bring you back." So that's I think
that's a good theory. I think there's a very
there's a lot of layers to this.
There's 90.
Yeah.
I think there's 95% chance he's going to show up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's going to show up. Yeah.
They've done too much not to show him now. Even in the first two episodes, we'll get into the next point. Senior Scratch, which obviously this one flew over a lot of people's head. When I was mentioning to you, you were like, "Who the hell is that?" And
it's
the rabbit,
a little rabbit that Vision's doing the magic show with. The second
very
episode.
Cute rabbit, by the way, but he's sinister. He's evil.
Evil rabbit. The thing now.
The Senior Scratch thing, apparently in one sect of Christianity, or in medieval times, Scratch was a nickname given to the devil. Mm-hmm. So that could also be a kind of a link. And also Agnes acts like it's her child, the rabbit's her child. So
Well, they're all
that's
saying for
thing.
the children, I guess, so that could have something to do with it.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that point in a bit. And also, she says that Senior Scratch played Jesus in the Christmas play, which is a bit weird. But then
again, if it is like a twisted world, it could be like an Antichrist sort of reference. If that's the case,
yeah.
Yeah,
so that's another link. Also, rabbits are like weird in Us as well. So if you've seen Us, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't see how that links to it, but yeah, Us rabbits are.
I don't know. The rabbits are like they're weird in there.
But yeah. Anyway, I guess the next point with that I've got here is the thing with the wedding anniversary. Because the wedding anniversary
I think a lot of people picked up on this. I've been seeing this quite a bit.
Agnes and her husband is on June 2nd, which is the same day as the Salem witch trials, which obviously that's like a big thing that kind of proves that she is a witch and she's definitely evil. And I think they've already confirmed that obviously she's that character, so we know that she's definitely linked to Mephisto in some sort of way. If that character appears, then Mephisto won't be far behind. I think he's going to be coming very, very soon if that character's appeared.
It depends if they want to try and build him up, so they could either bring him fully into this season or they could tease him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they could fully bring him in because of like the stuff that's happening. I mean, one other thing that we forgot to like put in our like little list is that I just realized now is that in the trailer there's the Halloween episode where they give Wanda and Vision their comic costumes.
Yeah.
And Agnes is dressed in a witch costume.
Yeah.
So that's like clearly like smacking someone in the face and saying it's her.
Yeah, it's like getting someone getting a sledgehammer and whacking around the head with it, saying this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, so that's like the obvious. Like obviously, people who aren't aware of the comics as much won't know what the hell's going on. But you know what I really hope? I really hope they find a way to explain it properly to like people who aren't as familiar with the comics.
Because the character with Mephisto, the whole like rules around his character and how that character works can get very complicated if you don't know what's going on. So I feel like they need to explain all that properly, especially if he's going to play a role in Spider-Man 3, which is a possibility now. But I'm scared about that. Yeah. I think...
so let's get into our final few points because we've only got a few to go through now.
Yeah.
So the one that I was like thinking of, this all happens. These next 3 points all happen in the scene where they Wanda finds a helicopter and Agnes is talking to her and they go to Dottie.
Dottie's like a little party thing. This is a party. It's like some sort of like tea party meeting thing.
Meeting?
Yeah, that's it. Community meeting. That's the word I'm thinking of.
Yeah, so Agnes, this is one point I had. Agnes draws attention away from herself by telling Wanda that Dottie is the one that she needs to worry about, and Dottie is the one that she needs to like focus on impressing. So I think that could be a sign of like Agnes trying to, because obviously she tells her that right after Wanda picks up the helicopter, and Wanda probably thinks, "What? It's like something's funny, it's like going on."
Yeah.
So obviously I think Agnes is trying to like make sure she stays in this like dream world and doesn't like get any sense of what's going on like in the actual world.
Yeah, she just tried to distract her from obviously what's happening in that world, so that she just kind of lives in a dream reality, so everything seems like it's fine, but it's obviously not.
And the thing that happens straight after that is the postman comes and he's delivering the letters and stuff. And if you like rewatch that scene again, I'll put the scene on the video and like the screenshots of the scene.
Yeah.
If you see Dottie's face and the way she's communicating with the not Dottie, sorry, Agnes's face, and see the way she's communicating with the postman, she's really suspicious of him, and that could mean she's trying to control what information gets in and out of the town, because the postman does say, "I'm just a messenger," but then a messenger could bring in a lot of things. For example, the sword people, if they can't find any other way to sort of communicate with Wanda, they could try and do something with a letter.
And maybe maybe that's the way that
they could that.
Yeah, maybe that's the way that they're trying to like get through to obviously Wanda, and obviously Vision's not real, but to get through to Wanda to say that obviously this isn't okay, everything's kind of getting screwed up, or this whole like universe is screwed up because it's not real. Maybe that's their way of getting through to her.
Yeah, and then in that same scene as well, this scene's like really packed with things, and it probably was like overlooked by a lot
yeah,
of
it's like it's one of those. That's one thing that I did like about this show, that it's like it's getting you to think quite a bit. So it's like obviously showing you that they're going to kind of take the more subtle approach as opposed to just like spitting everything in your face, which I liked.
I think next week I'm definitely going to be watching like a bit more closer than I was this week. Because now they've set this tone for this show, I'm guessing there's going to be like a lot of different, just like Easter eggs for every like shot maybe. But anyway, in the same scene, Agnes tells Wanda not to be herself. Well, she doesn't tell her. She just like
she basically says, if you want to impress, if you want to get by here, then impress Dottie and don't be yourself. Just like be like everyone else.
Yeah, be like everyone else. Like be happy and don't question anything, sort of thing. So that could be so. Obviously, Wanda doesn't like come to her senses and think I need to stop this now. And then the last sort of big point I've got of this is, there's two big points. There's the final part where Dottie mentions about the devil being in obviously like the wine or whatever, or the alcohol, and then Agnes says to Wanda that's not the only place where the devil is.
I think she says something like the devil's in the details or something, and then she says that's not the only place the devil is, or that's not the only place where he is. So that was like that's the most direct thing that was like there, in my opinion. Said Mephisto's going to show up, because I mean like there's no way that why would they have that line otherwise? I feel like it wouldn't just be there as a throwaway sort of thing.
Yeah, and the final big point, which I think seals the deal of Mephisto actually coming in to this series, is the whole children thing. So we get the first we get the Wanda sort of not Wanda, sorry, Agnes saying to Wanda that with Dottie you need to get good with her because of the school admissions, so hinting that you need to get pregnant, sort of thing. Also in the first episode, Vision's boss's wife also mentioned something about having kids, so it could be this thing where like Mephisto's got a lot of people under his control, or maybe Agnes is controlling them to say certain things, because Agnes was in that scene like right before the boss's wife does say something to Wanda about kids. And in the comics, Mephisto's whole goal in the main storyline of basically between him and Wanda is to get Wanda pregnant, so she loses her chaos magic, so when the time is right he could sort of strike and get what he wants. And
that's the sort of thing Mephisto always does with all the characters that he gets himself involved with.
Yeah, and by the end of the second episode, she's pregnant, and obviously we know from the trailers that their kids are going to come into it.
Yeah, because we see
twins are going to be in it.
Them holding their kids in the trailers.
Yeah, and so the whole pregnancy thing is just, I think that's what sealed the deal for me.
Also, there's been a lot of rumours before the show even came out that Mephisto would be in there in some capacity. They didn't really... I'm not sure if they really said that he'd be the main villain or how they explained it, but because I didn't really read into them too much. But there have been a lot of rumours that Mephisto is going to be in this show, so this wouldn't exactly be a shock to me if he was. But one thing I would say, if he's not, I'm going to be very disappointed. I mean, I know it's kind of like set up in my head, but I don't know. I feel like there's too many hints here that like he could show up, that if he didn't, I'd be a little bit disappointed.
I feel like they could do the thing which would disappoint me if they did, if they'd like mention him, like he's there, but you're not going to see him. Like he's just sort of in.
Maybe
like
he could be maybe he could be a cloud in the sky, like Galactus was in Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, he's going to start raining. Like,
it'll start raining, and then that'll like turn everyone evil and start raining fire or something. Did they do that in Ghost Rider? Who do
you think they'd get to play him?
I don't know. I actually don't know. Because like he's not one of those characters where I kind of think of someone to play him, because he's just like a big red monster.
Yeah, you can't picture anyone as him.
Yeah, he's just like a big monster, so I don't know. I guess they'd probably CGI him and then just have someone voice him or like motion capture him like they do with Thanos. That's my thought with what they do with him. But
also, the one thing I want to like just clear out is that the beekeeper at the end of the second episode, I'm doing a little bit of research last night, he did have a sword logo on his back, so it is someone trying to reach Wanda from sword. So that's not got anything to do with Mephisto. And also, someone did brighten up the lighting to see whose face it was under the mask, and you could clearly see it's the stuntman for the show who's Vision stuntman, I think, Paul Bettany stuntman. I think it's him. That's what everyone's saying.
I don't know if that's actually like any sort of relevance. I got a feeling that would just be they needed somebody to play him, and he's just
Mephisto,
kind of
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But
that was like sort of like very sinister, but I don't think it's linked to that. I don't.
Yeah, I doubt it. I think that the main link to Mephisto is Agnes, I think. And as I said, if Mephisto shows up, then we can bring Ghost Rider, or they can bring Ghost Rider to the MCU with like a proper version. We'll finally get a good version of Ghost Rider. Because I mean, in Agents of Shield, he's in there, but I don't know.
I think if they show Mephisto at the like properly,
yeah.
I think at the end in like the last episode, we're gonna get like some sort of big battle, and at the end, Wanda just freaks out, and that's when the multiverse is gonna sort of shatter.
Yeah, and that's how it could link to Doctor Strange, and then even
that's how it's gonna like
Spider-Man 3. Maybe he'll like try. If they adapt one more day. That's just like no one wants that, but I mean I don't know. It's a possibility, I guess. But I think that's really about it.
Also,
is it,
I think in the credits, if we do see like this multiverse thing happening, which obviously we will, I think in the credits at the end we'll probably see like Wanda and Mephisto will return in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, or maybe possibly Spider-Man 3, but I don't think we'll see her in Spider-Man 3 at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we'll see that as well if we do get Mephisto.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's pretty much all the points we have to tell you. I think that's a pretty credible theory.
Yeah, and I think it's most likely to come true because
I think it's going to be true.
There's no way that Mephisto can't show up because he's going to have to show up eventually. They'll run out of ideas for villains to put in, and he's one of the biggest villains in the Marvel universe. So,
yeah, I mean, hopefully we see him soon. Hopefully he's done good.
Yeah, hopefully he's better than he was in the Ghost Rider movie.
Oh, no. No,
Peter Fonda played movie. Hopefully he's better than that. I don't know. I'm very scared that he might not be, but
I think he'll be. I think it should be okay. But let us know what your thoughts on this theory are.
Yeah.
Let us know if you have any other theories as well, or if you've found anything else to add to this theory. Obviously, this is before the third and fourth. Is it 2 episodes a week, or is it just going to be 1 now?
It's 1. It was only 2 for the premiere. Like for the first.
Okay, so then it's going to be before the 3rd episode is going to be out. So hopefully we'll learn some more, and if we do learn some more, you can catch us talking about it in our weekly episode reviews, which will come out, I'm pretty sure, every Saturday or maybe Friday, depending on the times. But yeah, and if you haven't checked out the review for the first 2 episodes, the videos on our channel is live now, so you can go and click on that and watch that. Mm-hmm. But besides from that. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you did like the video, don't forget to hit that like button. If you've got any theories of your own, if you're enjoying the Wandavision show, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and share with all your family and friends. And we'll see you next time.
See ya.